Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am. Good morning. Is it fight? Is it fight now?
About what? What I mean?
The bed was loud now.
It was. Is it loud now?
I don't even understand anymore.
But am I a machine?
Are you a machine? Are you the one on top of the machine?
Am I a machine?
But you should speak to your machines better, I beg. Please.
Okay. What did I do?
What did you not do? I was in the spirit. I was trying to flow.
Oh yeah, have a
and
drink.
get it.
Take a drink.
Yeah. That's a good one.
Is the issue at this point?
You know? All right. It's the Boom Bar, your Boom Radio NG. Thank God it's Friday, the TGIF edition.
Yep.
And my name is still Shola Rogers.
Did it change?
People's name changes, oh, don't go there. One of my favorite artists changed his name to a symbol.
Anyway, I bid you a warm welcome to the bar this wonderful Friday afternoon. My name is Ola Delukwa. You know, the one and only.
Yeah.
Why you just
we know
jealousy cannot leave your system. I will be praying for you.
Amen. You too, you need prayers.
I will be praying for you.
And of course, you're wondering like, okay,
who's this person?
there's a gentleman. He's just quiet. He's not saying anything.
I'm sure I'll be looking at his supposed madness.
You know that we're not the same guys I was talking to a few minutes ago. The microphone comes on and voila, you know. Of course, it's a bar, and what do you do at a bar? You kick back, relax, you talk, and you drink, you know. And because it came a little bit late, it doesn't have a cup, but it will be remedied, like Eddie Remedy. Hey, along, see my rhymes.
What are you doing?
All right, the Boom Bar is not just about that. We also prefer solutions. What we try to do that sets us apart from everybody else is that it's not just to sit back or come and critique. What do you think should be done differently? And for this reason, we always have people who know a lot about things, and they always come through. And today, all the way from far away, Isheri North.
You're right.
We have Mr. Michael Adekunle. Is there another name that I should add to that?
That's fine.
All right. So we have him right here in the studio, and although he wears many caps, he's a man of many parts. He actually is here for a specific reason.
Very specific reason. This is wonderful.
And we're going to go straight to the point because he's also a very busy person, and I know that he's told us that he's got a whole lot of things to see and people to do. Things to do and people to see. But anyway, we get the message. So, could you please now introduce yourself properly, better than I did, and tell us this fantastic organization that you're representing right here, right now?
Thank you very much for having me. My name is. I will bring myself in here as a Rotarian because I'm actually specifically to represent Rotary District 9110, which is the best of all that you can ever think of. My name is Michael Adekunle. I'm a Rotarian, and I'm the TRF, which is the Rotary Foundation Chair of Rotary Isheri North, and I'm also the Chairman of the Organizing Committee of this special program that we're having coming up in the next 2 weeks, which is first of its kind, and I repeat, first of its kind in the district, in the history of Rotary 9110, which is the first business fair coming up. The theme is bridging communities and businesses.
Okay, so you talked about District 911.
Yeah.
How many districts do we have in Nigeria?
I think we have a couple. I don't know.
There's a whole lot of them.
There's a whole lot of them, but not too many.
Okay.
But District 911 actually is a combination of both Lagos, the entire of Lagos and Ogun State.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
So that's one district. That's one district. 9110 is a combination of the entire of Ogun State and Lagos State.
9110.
Yes.
Okay. All right. So you are a member of the Isheri North Charter, or what would it be called?
Rotary Club of Isheri North.
Okay, so each club is a standalone but
It is.
connected to the
It
main.
is.
To the main body.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay, I like that. I like that. So this allows the different Rotary clubs to carry out different programs and everything.
Absolutely.
But there is a guide. Is there like a central guide?
There's a common guide that actually
Okay.
bound everyone together.
Everybody
We
together.
have principle and ethics as well that actually guide all of us.
Okay, so we know that he's here today for a specific reason, and of course, at least don't let me assume that everybody knows what Rotary Club is, yeah. But at least if a lot of people know to a large extent what Rotary Club is, but you're here for a specific reason. So please educate us. What exactly? Tell us a bit about Rotary Club, especially Rotary Club Isheri.
Fair enough.
Isheri North, yeah. That is the one that you're here for exactly. Before we go exactly into the program of why you're here.
Right. Okay. Rotary Club of Isheri North. We got chartered on the 31st of March last year, 2001.
For real?
Yeah.
2021.
2021. Yeah.
Okay.
Wait. This is 2022.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You guys are not 1 year old.
You're
We're not 1 year old,
Wow.
but you'll be amazed what we've done.
I am already.
within this period of time. We have intellects and calibers of people who are actually dedicated, who really want to serve the community. Because obviously, Rotary is a humanitarian services club.
That's what it's all about?
Selfless, yeah, selfless. We're just selfless. So obviously, we need to make sure our community have the best of all with our support. Yeah.
All right. So you got chartered March
2021.
2021.
Yeah.
And since that time, I have an inkling of what you guys have done. Well, can you run us through some of the charitable works and other projects that Rotary
That has happened
Club
in that
Isheri
in less
North
than a year.
has embarked upon
Right.
in less than a year?
I think, let me just digress a little bit.
Okay.
We had, I was with first and foremost, I need to introduce my charter president,
Okay.
who unfortunately couldn't make it down here due to some personal commitments. My Rotary president is Rotarian Churchill Nwagu, who is the charter president, and he is the first chartered president. He is unavoidably absent due to, like I said, personal.
Definitely, he has to be here when next you guys come through.
Obviously, definitely. It's part of that has to be here. In the last 1 year, less than a year that I've been chartered, we've been able to carry out various and numerous projects within the community. One of them is prevention and treatment of glaucoma and cataract. And when that project was rolled out, we had over 100. We had over 100
People.
applications that
Wow.
actually came in. But
Within the Isheri North community.
not just within, outside this jurisdiction.
That's great.
Because
So you do not limit it
no,
to...
no.
That's good.
So people come from everywhere, from
Everywhere.
Lagos, from Ogun State, from all over.
That's
Oh,
good.
nice.
Because the news went out, so people began to send people, and we also have some eminent politicians who actually supported us as well financially. We had about over 100 applications, and we're able to do, I think, around about 40 of them.
Ooh, wow.
Now, if I just want to make it known to the public, to treat a cataract surgery, it costs around about between 150,000 to 200,000 for one person. But we had this collaboration with Eye Foundation. They also have a foundation whereby they do support all those sort of thing. So they actually went to them. We table applied before them, and obviously
And they signed on.
they signed on. So instead of paying 150 to 200,000 per person, they actually give it to us around about 50,000.
Wow. But a big shout out to the Eye Foundation
Yeah.
and the Rotary Club International.
that's-
International.
Rotary Club Isheri
Sharing off, yeah.
District 9110.
Yes.
You guys are amazing, because do you know how many people you brought a smile to their faces? Because
Yeah.
some of these things, the regular person might not be able to afford
Afford
it.
it.
Yeah.
And you took your own funds and used your own network to get this done. What
absolutely.
else have you guys done apart from that?
And also, I mean, in addition to that, we had one little girl that actually touched my mind and in my heart. She had this complication. Her nose, her eyes, ears, throat, and everything. And
Oh, wow.
when she was just around about 9 years old, when she got to the clinic, they said it's a complicated and complex health issue that they couldn't do it. If they're going to have to do it, it's going to cost around about 350,000. And we thought 350,000 is going to be out of our pocket.
It's not in the budget.
Yeah.
It's not in the budget because we budgeted for 50,000 per person. But what we did was we sent out the information, and lo and below, a gentleman just came in, a good Samaritan, threw in that 350,000.
A member of the...
Not even a member brought the person.
Wow.
Oh.
And that person threw it,
That's
a
beautiful.
check of 350. So we were able to do that. So that's about the eye.
That's even beyond the scope of what you set out to do.
Far beyond. So that was carried out. So we had all this around about 50 cataract, glaucoma surgery done with that little girl done as well. And after that, we had this what we called Health Week, which is part of Rotary mandatory project that you must
Every Rotary club must do it.
must do. And that
At the same time?
no, wait.
Or different times in the year?
During
But
the
you
year.
just have to do it.
You have to do it. So that one, we're lucky to partner with a pharmaceutical company called Codex Pharma, who actually supported us. They brought a lot of drugs, a lot of sugar level testing drug, malaria testing drug, what's it called? COVID-19 testing drug.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, they partnered with us, and we had that one for around about a week. So a large member of this community came together. So we had our blood sugar tested,
Testing.
their BP tested, cardiovascular disease. Some of them had some. We had to refer them
To a
to
hospital.
and quite a lot of things. And that one also was very successful. And beside the pharmaceutical company, we also had another local pharmacy, who actually supported drug-led pharmacy.
Right down the road here.
Down the road here, that's right. So that was done. Then after that, we went into a project called Education Development Project as well for children. So we looked around and we picked a school, Isheri Primary School. It was within the community in there, and we saw a lot of dilapidated
Structures and stuff.
in there. And so we had to go in there to see what we can do. So we had to raise a lot of money on that as well, over $500,000 on that as well,
To fix.
to fix some of those structure in there. But majorly, we realized that they don't have enough books, writing materials and all that.
Yeah,
So
that's the basic thing for the
basic thing,
child.
yeah. So what we did was went to the market, we purchased over 100 school bags, rucksacks.
Wow.
We purchased hundreds
Exercise books.
of exercise books, textbooks, pencil, erasers, and
Biros.
all those educational materials they need. Massive, a lot of them. Water bottles so they can bring water to school. Coolers for their food, they can bring food. So a lot of them. So
that's good. That's
we went into that school a whole day, and we assembled them together. We informed them beforehand, come in, we got there, we gave out all this material.
How many students were you able to reach?
I think about 250.
Wow.
About 250 students in there. Then after that one, we had what we called maternal and child care as well, whereby we have to invite a lot of pregnant women. What's it called again?
Nursing mothers.
Nursing mothers.
That's the word. Nursing mothers together for them to go for tests. We have to give them drugs. We have to look after their health requirements and all that. That one went as well. We also embarked on the education and adult education and literacy as well, whereby we have to bring a lot of adults together to actually begin to find a way to begin to educate them.
Teach them the
Yeah,
basics.
basic education. Yeah, everybody needs it.
How to
Communicate
with
effectively.
the public, and because we find in this society that one of the issues that we're having is when people can't communicate effectively among themselves, then there's a problem.
Yeah.
Okay, and that also leads us to going into what we call conflict resolution, peace and conflict resolution as well, whereby we have to ensure that there's peace within the community, where there is problem in one area or the other, we have to go there
Sorted.
to intervene, to find out the reason why there's that conflict going on there. So we bring peace within communities, and so on and so forth. And also we did water, community water project sanitation as well. We partner, we're still partnering with the only water company in this area, La Sena Water, which is a natural water.
Yeah.
So
it has a high level of
pH,
alkaline.
alkaline. So we partner with them. So they've actually agreed to be our corporate sponsors at all times. So
Shout out to
that's
Lasena
good.
Water.
That's good.
That's another company that's taking care of the community. Thank you.
Community. That's very good.
absolutely.
And after the things that I know that one of the reasons why you're here today is to actually reel out one of the projects that you're about to embark on again.
Yeah.
So please
So-
tell us exactly.
Thank you very much, Dolu. And just so we need to let people know that there's no way we can do this in 15 minutes.
Absolutely.
So when you're done telling us about this project, I know that we're going to have to let you go. But next week, unfailingly, we beg you guys, there's no way the world shouldn't hear about all of these things that you're doing and how the next project, this project, can also help more people. You know, because that's what you're doing, basically.
Yeah.
This is another form of empowerment. You know?
Absolutely. Yeah.
And I like the concept of the Rotary Club. You're not waiting for government. You're just getting things done.
Yeah.
So please, sir, that's what it is.
Thank you.
So
very much.
next
Thank
week,
you.
one of the Boom Bar sessions is going to be strictly 1 hour of
dedication.
to the Isheri North
Thank you very
Rotary
much,
Club.
We'll definitely be here. So I mean, like
Dolupo.
the loophole just
Yeah, you better tread carefully because if you
Yeah.
make a mistake with that name, we have a big box that
so
people have to
that
put
was
their
why I
checkbook
had to
inside.
pause,
Yeah.
make a face for her to tell me.
Yeah.
Right, okay. Now, beside all this project we've done, we sat down within ourselves and think, what is the best thing that we could do that could actually galvanize, bring the community together, and make us a whole community, is successful economically. So now, I personally came up with that idea of promoting a business fair, whereby you bring all the businesses within the community and out of the jurisdiction as well, the entirety of everywhere in Lagos and the state together with the community. So we could actually come together, bring all the business together, bring all the people together as well to interact.
Network.
B2B, B2B, with everybody, and that will obviously create employment as well because businesses begin to find out to grow and all that kind of thing. So that is what is going to happen in the next 2 weeks. It's called our first annual business fair, and it's actually been powered by Rotary Club of Isheri North in collaboration with a company called Crystal Blend Group.
Right.
Crystal Blend Group is a human capital development company
Okay.
and a recruitment and training company. They have their office in the UK and in Nigeria as well. They've been around for over 23 years. So
Wow.
they actually collaborating with Rotary in actually powering this project. So this project, obviously, we're expecting over 100 SMEs and micro businesses as well coming together.
All right.
And that's going to be on the 17th of February to the 18th of February. And some of the, which is a weekday, Thursday and a Friday. So some of the people that we're expecting, dignitaries that we're expecting the Commissioner of Commerce and Industry, Lagos State, who's confirmed that she'll be coming. We're having the DG of Manufacturing Association of Nigeria. BOI, the DG of BOI is going to be coming as well. We're also expecting a lot of first-class traditional rulers from both Lagos
and Ogun State. That would help everybody. You know, they're the closest to our communities.
That's why we said bridging the gap between businesses and communities. So Ogun State, Lagos State coming together, businesses, community, rulers, traditional rulers, government agencies. We are also going to have we're also going to be having the LIRS, Lagos State Interim.
Yeah, very important.
So they'll be speaking to people on how to pay the
to
taxes,
effectively,
so they don't fall into the net of the taxman.
Yeah, very, very important. Very important. Very important.
This is beautiful.
Thank you.
This is as beautiful as it gets. And here at Boom Radio, we always look for ways to impact our community and to also create or partner with projects that will impact on humanity, generally.
Yeah.
So that's why we're thanking you guys for taking the initiative, taking the bull by the horn, and really we're begging now that please let us have an expanded version of this where we're all chilled out and we're able to highlight and create more awareness
about this.
And that for me, it's a win-win because we also get to send this information to a lot of people, and we're able to push this out. And if it's just one person that his life or our life gets to change from being a part of this project, we've already succeeded at that. So thank you very much. And
my pleasure.
I would like to say that it's a bar, so when next you're coming through, expect to be given or taken from the area of cocktails or drinks.
Yeah.
Or
okay.
But what's your poison?
What's my what? Sorry,
What's your poison?
I didn't get that.
What's your poison?
My
What do you drink?
I don't understand. I'm just trying to put it next.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't have that here.
Oh, we do.
You sure? You sure?
We actually
You sure? You sure?
Oh, have you seen that mini bar up there?
You sure?
Okay, so.
Okay. I'm not trying to sell them.
Mm-hmm.
But
No,
that's what
people,
please go ahead.
it's
mention.
Glenn finished 18.
18.
Oh.
But sadly you didn't come on time. This is Glen 15 though. Glen 15 with some lime, lemon, and tonic water,
Okay.
and a touch of gin.
Don't worry, we'll definitely.
So-
you would have that when next year.
He's bringing it.
He's bringing
Oh,
it.
I'm bringing it.
Oh yeah,
We have to cash in on his big boyness.
I like that.
All right, thank you
thanks
very,
for
very
coming
much.
through,
Thank
sir.
you so much for having me.
No
Really,
problem.
We have to do this properly and extended next week.
That'd be
please.
fantastic.
Yeah, thank you very, very much.
Thank
So,
you for having me.
for people that have been watching and listening, you have been listening to everything about Rotary District.
No, Rotary Club of
Rotary,
Isheri.
Rotary Club of Isheri North.
Yeah.
District
Okay.
9110.
9110 and the trade fair that is coming up
on the
very, very soon on the 17th of February.
17th to 18th.
17th and 18th.
And it's actually, sorry, I forgot to mention two things. It's actually taking place at the OPIC Event Center.
Event center right on the Express.
Oh, yes, right. OPIC
Yeah,
Events,
okay, that's good.
It's
That's
just
good.
down the road.
The number to call if you want to
Please
call.
give that
please,
number out.
please put it out.
It's 08062 945 033.
Please again, to repeat it. Sir.
08062 945 033. And the second number is 080 9694 6869.
Okay, thank you very,
much.
very much. Thank you very, very
Thank
much
you.
for having. We'll definitely be expecting you next week. We hope it's a fuller house
God's willing.
next week.
It will be.
All right.
Thank you
So,
very much.
I know he's one of us. He carries his sanitizer on him.
okay.
Because again, we also need to let people understand that we are not playing around with the prevalence of the virus. Everybody is staying safe, and again, so the event is also going to
It's basic
be a
human
reflection
hygiene.
of that.
I mean, practice hygiene. Then
Yeah, that's
wash your
it.
hands.
That is the final
That's
word.
it. That's
Practice
it.
hygiene.
Practice hygiene. That's it.
Really
Clean
good
environment, clean hands,
hands.
clean.
That's it.
And that's it. Thank you very, very much. Thank you very much,
Thanks for having me.
Thank
Thank
you.
Yeah, I sent you a message, so that's why you're seeing your phone light up.
Oh, okay.
Don't worry, it's not a virus.
Okay, so we're talking about okay, he's not living yet, so we can
Yeah, you can.
you can join our conversation.
fact, you know
Trust
what?
me, it's
You
a
know
very
what?
interesting
He's
conversation.
not going anywhere. We're going to lock him down.
Yeah, till
Yes.
the end of the bar. Yeah,
Yes.
so that's good.
We change our mind.
So
Yes, now you're under arrest. you know, he called someone earlier.
he called someone and said he was under arrest. Now you're officially under arrest. So you know what? Let's move on to a bit of music.
All right,
As-
it's Friday, and remember on Fridays, New Music
Niger is like all over the place. And first thing, which is what a lot of people have been anticipating, is Adekunle's Gold's new album.
Catch Me If You Can.
Catch Me If You Can. It's been out for a few hours now. A few songs that we used that had come out before.
The singles,
there's
Mercy,
Sinam.
Hi.
There's Mercy. There's Hi. Those songs actually did really well.
Yeah.
Yeah. So they're actually on his album.
Do you follow Nigerian music?
No,
Not really.
I do, but not really
Okay.
Into it. So I'm guessing, Ashara, that you have listened to Adekunle's album, yeah?
I have listened to the 4 singles that he had dropped
Earlier.
within the space of 6
Yeah.
to 5 months, and I have also listened to the new album. I think I've heard about 7 songs.
Okay.
Mashe, Woman,
Yeah.
and all of that.
And Catch Me If You Can.
Yeah, I've listened to quite a few of them. So, yes, I have. But I've not listened to the entire
Okay, so
album.
what do you think about it?
It's a new sound. It's an evolved Adekunle Gold.
Oh, yeah?
It's a different sound from what you used to know, but he's been pushing this for about a year or 2 now.
Yeah, so...
And I think that he's more mature, you know, is kind of laid back. Even the upbeat songs are relatable.
Okay.
But there's something you want to say?
No, not
But
at all.
there's just one downer for me, and we don't do negatives here, but I'm just going to talk about it. You're going to have to listen to that album over and over again to differentiate the songs.
That's it for me. Like
a lot of them
they all sound the same way, and I'm like, you're almost getting bored. Like, I'm sorry.
Nah, I won't go that far. But
I should I be Dolupo or should I just?
you can be Adekunle.
Anyway, for
Or,
me,
you know what? Better still be Dolapo. Everybody calls you that anyway.
For me, like you had said, I really was looking forward to this album. I really was, because there was a lot of buzz about it, which is supposed to be expected, but was kind of underwhelming. It's a little underwhelming for me. Like I thought it was going to be more, but maybe it's an album that'll probably grow on you as time goes on. But I don't know. For right now, I'm not sure. Funny enough, there are not a lot of songs that came out this weekend. But another one that actually is making everybody talk is Reekado Banks featuring Fireboy DML with Ozumba Mbadiwe remix.
Yes, Ozumba Mbadiwe, massive song all through
Yeah,
last
it
year.
was.
It's still very
It's
new,
still big.
relatively, and people liked the concept, the idea, and again, even the fact that he was able to do a danceable song and still have some kind of conscious message in it, where he was talking about 2010-20. The Lekki issues and all of that, which also happened, you know, at the tail end of Ozumba Mbadiwe. But the remix dropped at 12 midnight featuring Fireboy.
Fireboy is on fire at this time.
It was Fireboy. The thing about it is that if you listen to Fireboy's big song now, arguably his biggest song, Peru, Para, featuring Ed Sheeran, there's a part where he's always saying, "One one wami." And in Yoruba, it means, oh, they're searching for me. They said they're searching for me. Now, Ozumba Mbadiwe is about a location. I'll be on Ozumba Mbadiwe. So you see both of them, you know, more or less like blending two songs into one, talking about
I'm searching for someone. Then the other says,
I'll be on Ozumba Mbadiwe. So I was like, oh, this is beautiful. You get. I like the fact that we didn't see it coming. We didn't see this collaboration
we didn't see it coming.
And they dropped at 12 midnight, like everybody does now at midnight. They dropped a brand new song. It was a good one. And again, mixed reviews already. I saw a Twitter user who said,
I honestly...
this is a remix that is not necessary. That's what someone said. That Fireboy had no business on that song.
For me...
Then I saw another person.
Someone was saying that the same
who
thing.
said, this is what Ed Sheeran did to Fireboy.
And I think we're pushing it too far.
But people are entitled.
Everybody's entitled to it, but I think that
and their feelings
we're
are
really
valid.
pushing it too far.
I don't think it's too far.
I think it's not a bad song. I don't want to sound all negative today, but I think it was kind of unnecessary. I prefer the original to this song. I think that...
And you know that's what makes the world
if
go
they
round.
had a brand new song,
There's one
Fireboy and Reekado, maybe.
No, but there's one thing.
It's not like the song is bad at all.
There's one thing
I just think it's unnecessary.
There's one thing that I would like to advise people who are listening and watching us. But I know a lot of people know what I'm about to say. But for people who probably don't know, there are songs that grow on you.
Oh yes, even
That-
Ozumba Mbadiwe in the first place was a song that
There are songs
like-
that you hear for the first time and you just feel like, what's this person singing?
Yeah.
Then somehow, somewhere, you find yourself humming or singing along to
Singing.
the song, and before you know it, you're a proponent of the song or the artist or both of them. What I'm trying to say in essence is that when I first heard Peru, the remix, you know,
Oh, I liked it.
I liked it,
I liked
one
it
off.
from the.
but there were critics of it.
Yes, yes.
It's the same way
yeah.
people. Now the song is number 2 in the UK. You know, about to be number 1.
It's big.
Got
you
to
know, it's
number
big.
1 during
For
Christmas.
me, I'm not always a fan.
Not Mariah Carey
Mariah Carey's.
off number 1 for a
As
week
in-
or 2. And
I,
when he came out, a few Nigerians are like, nah, it's a nonsense.
I'm honestly
song."
not a
So,
fan
I
of
like to tell
remixes
people,
generally.
when you hear a
but I
song,
think that was a
Do not be quick to
beautiful
judge.
remix.
If you don't feel that song,
Maybe
doesn't
not at the.
mean
It's not.
that
It's a
you may
bad
not-
song. Yeah.
it might not grow on you or you
I
get
get
to grow to
it.
love
I get it.
But
It's-
personally, I think because Ed Sheeran, who is obviously a global brand.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
I know that
Actually,
that
yeah.
definitely did a number on that song.
Yeah.
Oh, definitely.
And you know,
Oh, definitely.
him being a global brand was like, let's say 60% of what the remix was. The other 40%, I'm not taking anything away from Fireboy, is that Ed Sheeran has been promoting that song with a passion.
Absolutely, yeah.
He promotes it as if you see a lot of people who do collaborations with people and they don't even have time to shoot a video with you. They don't have time to come do any other extra
Then
promotional
even the
work.
song in itself, there was such a wonderful synergy with
Yeah.
with both
Both of them, yeah.
both of them. Like
Yeah.
you could almost say there was no original song. Like
Yeah.
this was the original. Yeah, it was actually a very good one, very very good one. So we definitely will see that. We definitely also saw Tizzy of DRB. He
Okay.
has a song now called Knocked featuring Dato Black. Then Terry Akpala's album
Yeah, he has an
officially
album.
dropped called Are. Then Obong Jaya has a song called Dry. There are not a lot of songs that
Came out today.
came out
we have,
this-
we have like 3 or 4 albums actually that dropped.
yeah, not but
But few singles.
a few singles that came out. So we definitely would we'll see how that goes. But I think we should just move off music. There was not so much music that came out this weekend. And for people that do not know, Winter Olympics is officially it's officially open today. I think as of right now, the opening ceremony should have ended. I know that they said it's just going to be about an hour and a half, which is unfortunate. It's normally a longer thing, but because of COVID and a lot of other things, you know, it is a very controversial Olympics.
Yeah,
with a
largely
lot of
due to
countries
China's,
boycotting, with Putin deciding to be Putin. Everybody's just doing as they like. So yeah.
You know, Vladimir Putin is
It's a global political game.
yeah.
So
Yeah,
and it's playing out now.
It is.
It's playing out now.
It
The US said they were not going to send any high power delegation,
and Putin decides to go
and the
himself.
UK followed through. Australia, Canada, but Putin is there live, you
He's
know.
there.
And if Putin is there, you expect a few other world leaders who align with the message of Russia and everything. And again, knowing what's going on in Ukraine now, tempers are flaring. A lot of things are happening in and around that axis, you know, which will even have a trickle-down effect on the economy of Europe and maybe the rest of the world if they are stupid enough to
let
it escalate. It's time to de-escalate, and I'm happy that the Turkish president is talking about that. The former French leader is also saying
the French leader, the French president is actually talking about going to Ukraine next week. The Turkish president is talking about hosting a Ukraine-Russia sit down in Turkey. So it looks like everybody.
They have to de-escalate.
Everybody is.
What do you think?
If they don't, it's going to have a massive economic impact on Europe. So Russia actually supplies, I think about 60% of the gas that the entire Europe or some part of Europe uses. So you can imagine if Russia cuts off that supply in this winter period, it's going to be a disaster.
It's very, very disastrous. I agree with you.
So I like to say, right to say, they have to de-escalate
De-escalate
now before it gets into a snowball that nobody could actually control anymore. And it's going to be, and like people always say, if the, how do they say it? If something sneezes, everybody catches
It's
cold.
cold, yeah.
If you start all over there, the whole world, we have brunt of it.
Definitely.
The whole world have a brunt of it. So everybody has to be on.
Like we should just be calming down.
Calming
Everybody
down.
should
Yeah,
just calm down. I'm still talking about sports.
Yeah, I was gonna say that. Why not go about football?
Yeah, well,
Yeah, I was just
Why
really
don't you-
just about getting there now. Mohamed Salah and Sadio Mane are officially in the finals of AFCON.
what is AFCON again?
How don't you do? See,
I don't know.
Nigeria is not the only country in Africa. You realize that, right?
Oh, there's an Africa. I just thought it was Nigeria and some piece of land.
Oh wow,
Yeah.
wow,
See,
wow.
Look,
Anyway,
AFCON ended in the first
AFCON
round.
did not end.
People should leave me alone. I don't know what Michael will have to say about this, but for me, AFCON ended in the first round.
You see, normally what happens, or naturally what happens is, if you're a supporter, if you're a supporter of a team and that team is out, you tend to lose interest.
You just lose interest. I agree, but he is denying the fact that there is AFCON.
You can't,
I don't know.
you can't-
I cannot remember.
I watched after Nigeria went out of the competition.
Mhm.
I stopped watching it until yesterday.
Yeah.
I watched the game between
Cameroon
and Egypt.
and Egypt.
That was something else. And Cameroon were like, seriously, are we going out of this competition? Why was it
Yeah,
fantastic?
unfortunately, they're not playing finals.
Can I make a prediction?
Yes, please.
You said before yesterday, if I'm good in betting, I would have gone to something Bet King or Nigeria Bet or whatever. I would have
And put some money on it.
I would have won enough money because this is what's going to happen. I knew yesterday that Egypt. Sorry, I said Egypt. Is it Egypt?
Cameroon.
Cameroon
No.
and Egypt, yeah.
Egypt are going to come up.
But how funny is it that the very
Do you know
first
why?
match that the only game
They
that they
lost.
have lost
Was with Nigeria.
was with Nigeria, and they are the finals.
That's what normally happens.
Here
in
we
football.
are.
If
It happens.
If you lose your phone, like
It happens. You know,
Nigeria-
I think what happened to me, what it seemed like is their loss to Nigeria gave them some momentum. Like, okay, they give them some fire.
yeah,
At the same AFCON, I think it was 1990, Algiers 90 or so, Nigeria lost scandalously to
And-
Algeria in the
yeah,
first game.
in the first game.
I think we were beaten 5-1
yeah.
by
And
Algeria.
we're written off. There.
And everybody was like, no, it's over for Nigeria, blah, blah. Guess what? We made it to the finals
Yeah.
to play the same country.
Same country.
Wow, really?
We made it to the
Yeah.
finals, you know?
So here as well, I mean, I think, you see, Senegal has had several finals, and they always lose. So I think this is
Yeah,
the time
they lost the last one,
last
to,
one as well.
to
So now-
to
They really have something to fight for.
to fight for now. So obviously,
But Egypt too is not planning to. It's obvious that Egypt does not look like they're going down. They're going to go
I
down
can,
without a
bet, I
fight.
can bet with everything. Senegal is going to
Those win.
yeah.
Okay.
You know, I would like Senegal to win too, for largely.
Because Egypt beats Nigeria.
No,
Nigeria
no,
beats
no.
We
Egypt.
beat Egypt now.
Sorry, because Nigeria beats Egypt and they're still
No,
in finals. That's it for me.
No.
That's
The
it for me.
coach of the Senegalese team
Mhm.
was their former captain. He played football for Senegal and he was the captain of the
He
team.
knows them.
And last AFCON, he took them to the finals and
He
lost
did, yeah.
to, I think it was Tunisia or Algeria or whatever that they lost
And he
to.
was 40.
You know?
Then,
You know?
Yeah.
And they kept him on the job.
He did, yeah.
Now, leading to AFCON, there was a little bit of pressure on him here and there, but he bedded down, stuck to his guns, and look at where he is now.
Yeah.
So for this reason, and it reminds me of the Stephen Keshi story.
Absolutely.
Keshi did the same thing for Nigeria.
yeah.
I want him to win because I am actually tired of us looking down on African coaches.
Yeah.
I'm not saying you shouldn't bring a foreign coach. I'm just saying that let the coach be better than the African coach you are going to relegate.
Mm-hmm.
If you're bringing a person because it's just a foreign coach, then it's not worth it.
It's not worth
And that's what this guy is proving now. That with Senegal, the talent that they have and a home-based coach, look at where Senegal is. For that sentimental reason,
Yeah.
you know, I'm throwing my hat into the ring and I'm saying Senegal wins.
Senegal, yeah.
That's
And
what I want.
And I think, if I'm not mistaken, I think Governor has been given the
Yeah, he's definitely going to have to stay in
yeah.
charge. at least for the Ghana Nigeria
Ghana-Nigeria
double header. You know?
Yeah, talking about it, we know that CAF has officially announced that the match in Nigeria
MKO
is
Stadium.
going to be in Abuja.
Yeah, you know, and again, you know, Ghana tried to pull a fast one.
Yeah, that
What they were trying to do is to move the venue from the approved stadium to another place, and CAF said no, that this is the stadium.
This is what was approved, and that's it.
And if you want to know why I'm saying this, when we're done here, just do a quick search of World Cup qualifiers, Ghana, South Africa. The South Africans are angry with Ghana because Ghana took them to another venue.
Wow.
So they were camped in a far place, and they went to play in a very far-flung place.
They were so tired by the time
It was crazy.
So
So the South Africans were not happy with the treatment they got from Ghana. And I think that's what they wanted to do again with Nigeria. But CAF said that same stadium that we have approved, we're not changing it. That's why you're going to play.
We're not changing it.
So the game has already started before kicking the ball.
Definitely. So but let's move a bit away from sports. And before we come to Nigerian news, the United Kingdom Prime Minister is in the news a lot. We know that he's been in the news for a few weeks now because of the parties that happened during lockdown.
Yeah.
And now, in the last 24 hours, 5 of his staff have resigned.
Honestly, I don't know how Boris is going to survive this. I don't know how he's going to survive it. This is how it starts. When the people who work for you start to resign, that's how it starts. Before you know it, his own party will throw him under the bus because they do not want to lose the seat, you know. And of course, it's always between the Conservatives and Labour Party. And Labour is, you know, going for the jugular on this one. And the Conservatives might be like, we don't want to lose out completely. So they might throw him under the bus too. I have a feeling that Boris is on his way out. That's what I see.
It depends. For me, if you look back into the antecedents of British politics, it depends on how strong you are as a person, as a leader. There's someone that found himself in a hot soup in the past, but wiggled himself out because he's got the will to pull along. If you look back at Tony, Right Honourable Tony Blair, when he was the Prime Minister, he had similar scenario whereby some of his cabinet members resigned, and they thought he was going to resign. He said, I'm not going to resign because I've got a job to do.
He stuck to his guns.
And he won the next election. He won the next election. So at the point in time, he came out to the cabinet, to the, parliament, and threw it and said, look, if you want to impeach me or get me out of this job, go ahead, go and vote. And nobody could do that. So, but you see, this guy has his way of doing things, Boris Johnson. Don't forget he was the former mayor of London, okay? And if you could rule London, you could rule anywhere.
Of course.
So I think it's strong enough.
You think he's going to survive this?
I think he will, because he doesn't give a toss about what's going on. Because the point is, he's got a job to do. The question is, London is divided now. People are saying, I mean, UK is divided now. People are saying, is the party really the thing that actually affecting us all, or the economy? Is it doing a good job in the economy?
Okay, so that speaks to the hypocrisy of people like Boris Johnson. You know that I think it was in Scotland or so, one of those countries, one of their sister countries, where I think it was a minister or so, or what are they called, secretary,
First minister,
you know, who actually went out during the lockdown. And you asked people to stay indoors. She had to resign. You know, so there are several examples.
You didn't have just one, you had two.
Who breached the protocol, the COVID-19 protocol, and they had to resign. And you were there. You didn't say nothing. You didn't speak for them. You didn't do anything. So for those people to have lost their jobs, for a lot of people to have said, look, Boris, we're tired of the lockdown, let us out. You're saying, no, people should stay indoors. And you were partying. So it speaks to hypocrisy. It speaks to a whole lot of things. If he survives this one, I would really clap for him and say, is a stronger politician than I ever thought. You know, because for me, I think that they should kick him out because you can't ask people to not party.
Yeah.
And you're partying in government house, especially the other party that they had the night before
the funeral,
of Prince Philip.
I think it was very
That's
disrespectful.
wrong. That's
very
that's
disrespectful.
the height of it for me. Saying that you're in charge of government and the ceremonial head of government is burying her husband, who is also a part of government, and you're partying.
I think it's
that's
very disrespectful. That's for me.
Yeah,
But
I agree on that. Very.
Well, so we definitely will see how this
how it's going to play out.
Between yesterday and today, 5 people have resigned. We don't know if more people are going to resign or not, but we definitely would follow that story. Let's come down to Nigeria. As there's been a story all over social media for a few days now, and it's a story of Peter Obi, who wants to be president. We know that for the past few weeks, a lot of people have been coming out. A few days ago, it was former governor Rochas Okorocha, Senator Rochas Okorocha, and how I saw a video where he's saying he's the pilot. There might be a few turbulences, but anyway, all those they are funny speeches.
It was a brilliant pitch.
No, I'm just saying, like, to me,
he used metaphors, and he was talking about a plane and him being the pilot, and there will be turbulence on the way, but that he is the best pilot to land this Nigerian
plane too.
Did you actually listen to Professor Kingsley Moghalu's
pitch
interview on was it on Channels or Arise TV for now? That was early. Was it early this week?
No,
I didn't listen to it, but we know that he too wants to be president.
But what's about it that you want to put up?
That guy.
It sounded very brilliant.
My goodness.
Okay.
Please let him finish.
There is one thing, like you just mentioned earlier, that someone was piloting, there's turbulence. That's just narrative. You see, you need to be able to debunk some things. Like when Moghalu was speaking, he would tell you the indices why we're having a problem, and he would give you a solution to that problem. He mentioned it. He spoke about agriculture. He spoke about petroleum. He spoke about governance. He spoke about a lot of environment, a lot of things. And he actually brought it on the table the reason why this government, going by his own speech, that this government has failed. And the reason why they have failed, he gave all the indices out. And he's actually pointed out the few things that he's going to do if he becomes the president that would actually make sure that this thing doesn't happen. So those are the people that I want to listen to. It's
not just rhetoric. You're talking.
No. Bring out the figure. That's why if I'm invited, because I usually get invitation from major stations, LTV, Channels TV, TVC, CNN. If I'm invited and I know I don't have my facts and figure, I decline. I tell you, it's out of my jurisdiction.
It's not possible.
But if I go and have...
You speak as an authority.
I know, I don't just open my mouth and talk. I speak with what I know and what I can defend, in case anybody wants to.
So
what's the Peter Obi story?
So basically, the story is, today now, is that, of course, there was a poll that has been going on for a few days, and everybody's going on about how Peter Obi is the best man for the job on Twitter. And now, the angle today is Governor El-Rufai's son, Bashir, has come out to say that Peter Obi cannot be president, and that Kingsley Moghalu is
the better candidate.
Is the president of Twitter branch.
Okay.
Is the
That's
president
banter.
to Nigerian branch.
That's banter.
And it is banter, but of course a lot of people are being for and against that conversation.
Okay.
But my own is that, is there like an iota of truth? Because looking at it, for example, we know that everybody, what I believe is that everybody has an idea. And I think that everybody's ideas are beautiful on paper.
Okay.
But before we get to that point, politics gets you to there before you start having those things. So is it possible? Okay,
so I put down El-Rufai's son's statement as banter. Just like you said that Rochester's speech was just basically talk.
That's okay.
More or less, like there was no substance. It was just, speaking on the periphery. When Bola Tinubu had a meeting with President Buhari, he said he is still consulting, but he has already told the president. That's smart politician talk there. I have not said that I want to run for president yet officially, but I have told the president my intentions. So everybody knows, okay, Bola Tinubu is running.
Yeah.
Yemi Osinbajo already said, I've spoken to the president about my intentions to run. He has not come out to tell anybody anything officially. Then we started getting names, Kwankwaso, this one, that one. Everybody's trained their heart into the ring. It's fine. A lot of people, especially supporters of Bola Tinubu and Osinbajo, basically APC supporters, they were advising people on Twitter. They said, oh, as soon as Tinubu came out, people started bashing him on Twitter, Facebook. Oh, how can he want to run? He's sick, he's old, he's this, he's that. People said a lot of negatives. And a lot of their own supporters were on Twitter were saying, this is the same mistake you people made with Buhari and Jonathan. You kept on pushing out negatives about Tinubu and Buhari, and you didn't know that you were marketing them.
Yeah.
So you look for your own candidate that you will market,
that you will
and
push.
stop bashing our own candidate, because we have said that's what they said. I'm not saying he's my candidate. I'm saying that's what they said. Now, when Peter Obi spoke this week, he said, if there was a rider, if the PDP
zones it to the southeast,
he will contest. We already know that there's a Bala Mohammed, there's a Bukola Saraki, and there's an Abubakar Atiku, who, out of those three names, at least two of them have more or less signified their intention to run. The third one we know is a perennial contestant. It will still come out. And you're saying that if those names are allowed to contest against you, you will not contest at all. That's what Obi is saying. Until they say, oh, it's PDP.
Which
now says,
I think makes sense.
After 23 years of the Southeast always supporting the PDP, we're throwing this seat to the Southeast. Did you get what I'm saying?
But this is Southeast. He just says South. This is Southeast.
We all know what everybody's clamoring for. The APC has already stylishly zoned the presidency to the South. They have.
How?
Now,
Most
no party allows the party leader and the president to come from the same region.
Okay.
Adams Oshiomhole was the chairman of the APC. He's from the South. The president was from the North, or is from the North. All the other intrigues and stuff, they were going to put another Southerner. When it didn't work, that's why they put the acting Buni there. So Buni cannot come out to say he's APC chairman because he was not chosen at a Congress.
Yeah.
And if you go down memory lane, that is the system for governance for PDP and APC. AD, whatever you want to call it, whatever party it is. So already, go and check the people contesting for APC. This is next week. The Congress is barely 2 weeks from now.
Yeah, about 20 something.
20 some, yeah. So no Southerner is running to be the chairman of the APC. So it's a given. We already know that the APC is zoning the presidency to the South.
Right.
This is politics.
And everybody that's even come out from...
All the contestants are from the North.
From the North, yeah.
Northeast, North Central, Northwest.
Yeah.
There are about 18 of them as at the last time that I checked.
And everybody that has actually put an interest for the presidency is from the South.
From the South. Not one of them has actually... Yeah, a few of them will come out, but I'm just saying that this is what is happening. So let's put that aside. The PDP, they actually have it written in their constitution about the power sharing formula of Nigeria. I've not said anything. Ideally, they should be saying now that they are zoning to the South. So, but Peter Obi is saying that it's only when there's zone. It is wrong. You cannot say you've left that when your constitution says that it's supposed to be ding dong.
I honestly think it's unfair. That's the
thing that I'm talking about. Look, let's always, like you said, facts and figures. Why didn't you say when Atiku was contesting 3 years ago that it was open to everybody? Then we would have had a lot of people from the Southeast and South contest against him, even if they were going to lose. But nobody from the South contested against Atiku.
I think
all the people that contested against Atiku were from the North. Why didn't the PDP say then? Why is it now?
Right now, okay.
Now that the Southeast actually deserves to have a pass, like the PDP, that's the only zone, the only region in Nigeria that has consistently voted PDP for the past 20-something years. the southeastern part of Nigeria has consistently voted for the PDP for the presidential slot.
Yeah.
This is a fact. So Peter B is saying that if they decide to zone to them, and if they zone to the south, trust me, how many PDP people in the southwest have you heard about? Presidential candidates in the southwest? None, not even one. So if the PDP zones to the south, we all know it's going to the southeast.
Yeah,
and that's what the PDP should do if they're serious.
I think if they want to help.
But my issue is that why is Peter Obi putting that rider there? Although it is what the party should do.
But I think it's declared already that he's going to run.
That's what I'm saying. That is what he said initially. That until they do that, then all the other people started declaring and all. But this is where the issue lies. Why should anybody tell them that Peter Obi can be president? Let Peter Obi and the people who support him. Let Tinubu and the people who support Tinubu. Oshibajo, Rogers.
The party has to look into the figures and the rhetorics, because Peter Obi, does he have the clout?
Yeah.
You will find that at the primaries.
No, primaries delegates only votes in primaries.
Exactly.
No, the new electoral bill, if
it's not going to be that system until they agree. It is not signed into law.
It's not signed into law. Even if by the time it's signed into law,
they won't look. Even if they say open, secret, whatever system that they deploy for the PDP convention or primaries and APC and the other parties, let Peter Obi get there and prove himself. I don't like the noise that people are making. And don't tell him he can't contest. No, forget about his clout. Forget about anybody that is of age. The law that Buhari signed allows young people to contest. I am well within that age. If I decide tomorrow that I want to contest, if you people like support me, if you like don't support me. I'm telling you, Boom Party of Nigeria.
What? No, look for another name.
I'll use another name.
Thank you. I'm not interested.
I'll join YPP.
Well, all the best.
Or OPP.
All the best.
OPC.
But it's looking like
so
Nigerian politics.
I don't like
it's
the
going to
idea
be very
of people
interesting. 2020.
I don't like the idea. I don't like the idea of people saying, "Can this person win?" Don't say that. Let the person contest.
One test his what's it called? And finally, before we go, another very interesting topic that comes up. This is still politics, and it is yesterday. Remember that we talked about it. Was it yesterday? Yeah, it was yesterday, where the PDP, Lagos State PDP, had come out to say that they were literally wooing the governor of Lagos State, where they had said that if he wants a second term ticket, they were going to give it to him. Now, okay. Let me just say because I have quite a few questions with that. Remember there was someone else that came out that joined the PDP a few weeks ago.
Lagos for Lagos.
That about 6 PDP governors came to Lagos.
Yeah, that's gender.
So how are you saying that you will give someone else the ticket if there was so much fanfare around one person? That's the part I don't get. But anyway,
I don't know what you want to say about that.
It's a bit confusing.
It's confusing because it looks like you want to give someone else this thing on a platter.
This is my
take.
Now,
before you go there, let me just finish. So the APC has now come out to say that Governor Sanwo-Olu does not need your worthless governorship ticket.
Okay.
Who said?
The APC has now replied PDP.
Okay. So this is my take on it. Gender, Lagos for Lagos, that's his movement, left the APC with a large number of followers. That's what we were told.
So is it now in PDP?
Oh
yes.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So a few weeks ago, there was a welcome party organized for him at the TBS, and there were 5 PDP governors, a minimum of 5
PDP governors,
serving governors.
Governor Wike,
they all came to Lagos to receive him.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh yeah, it was.
So
I don't know about.
So Gender is now in the PDP, and he says he wants Lagos for Lagos, and he's now in the PDP. There is Uncle Jimmy Agbaje.
We don't know if he's contesting. He
Who?
might not.
Who?
I don't think he is.
He could.
Who?
Jimmy Agbaje has not.
Who might
he's
contest?
Still hibernating. He's still hibernating.
There is BOG.
BOG that wanted to be governor.
Who actually
to be,
contested?
Yes, that wanted to be senator.
He left his party and he has joined the PDP. He contested for the Lagos East. No, after the gubernatorial, he actually left the party that he used. He ran a good campaign. He ran a good campaign, but of course, we know what
No,
happened.
when you ran the group, I think it was in the PDP then.
No,
No. It was in another party.
It was in a different party. It was after the gubernatorial elections
Then he moved to
that he
PDP.
moved to the PDP.
Okay.
Then
Then
he
he
contested when the senator representing Lagos
Tokubabiru.
is died.
The one that
Pepe.
died.
When Pepe died,
The
Tokubabiru
by-elections.
came out, the banker, and he contested against BLG. He beat BLG according to the result that INEC posted. He beat him. Yeah, he won him. So BLG is there, and we all know he's always wanting to be governor. So it is good for democracy when you have top people contesting in the opposition.
It's good. I just
It
have
is
a
good.
problem with the fact that these people have been in your party and they're doing, at least there was, like, for example, there was a
You
fact
are assuming.
and then you come out yesterday to say that you're going to give the governor.
So
if
it
he
shows you
crosses
the
to
true
your
state
party,
of the party.
you're going to give him the
Don't look
ticket
up.
on a platter.
Don't look
so
up.
what are you telling me that came to your party with
Don't
my
look
people?
out. They are telling you that came to the party with your people that we only needed you to show that we are surviving. Do you even know where their secretariat is? Did you not hear the story of how they are finding it hard to even retain the office? That's the real state of that party in Lagos.
PDP.
Yes. That's the real state. And it's bleak for us, people who want options.
They're not
You
really
need to build a strong
options.
opposition. Look, I know there's a whole lot of talk about how Lagos is APC and whatever, but I tell you what,
The
if
structures
they
are there.
if they get their acts together with the things that have happened in the last 1.5 years, anything can happen. It is politics.
Yeah,
It's
it is.
politics. It's politics.
But look at them now. You're
But
winning
do
Sanwo-Olu.
no, that can't happen. Do they have a candidate though?
We don't know yet. Well, of
Well,
course, the
Jendol
primaries-
crossed because he wants to be
Jendol, because he
governor.
wants to be governor.
We
so,
know that BLG wants to be governor, which is a good thing.
So we'll definitely see. We'll see where that leads us. Oh wow, there's a lot of things we're going to talk about. But on that note, that's all we'll be able to take today on the Boom Bar. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. We'll be back again on Monday. It's been a very interesting week. There'll be a lot of updates over the weekend. So
Yeah.
we definitely will
But
come back
of course,
on Monday.
we're 24 hours round the clock. We're not shutting down. We're not
Yep.
going anywhere. The longest party on radio starts at 9 p.m. all the way to
All the
5
way to
a.m.
5 a.m.
In between that time, we have the news and a couple of other things is happening. And there's a lot of
Tomorrow
sports
is a lot
tomorrow.
of sports.
Syria show at 10. 12 o'clock,
12
the football
o'clock
guys show.
Then the Afrobeat show at 1 p.m. There's going to be
From
a
1
lot
to
of
3.
things happening tomorrow. So
lot.
it's on boomradio.com.ng. And definitely we thank our guest that is here.
And
Thank you
he's
very,
coming back
very
next
much.
week.
We know that he's going to come back next week giving us
1
a
hour.
whole 1 hour of an expanded thing of everything that Rotary Isheri North District does right here on boomradio.com.ng. Have a beautiful, beautiful weekend. Peace.